we start with Sefer Shmiras Haloshon, and and the topic today is still in one's own time. Okay, at times people totally ignore the obligation to study Torah, and yet become very successful in business. However, if one will carefully follow the fortunes of such individuals, he will discover that in many instances, circumstances beyond their control can cause them to lose significant amount of the hard-earned money. This may be heaven way of taking away that which is rightfully belongs to someone else, as it is written, the one who accumulates wealth, but no, not with justice. In half of his days, it will forsake him. Yirmiyahu 17:11. Or it may be that the person accumulates some of his wealth during the time that was not his own, meaning time which should have been dedicated toward the study of the Torah or other mitzvahs. Wow. So let's do it again. We're going to explain. Very interesting. So again, at times people totally ignore the obligation to study Torah, and yet become very successful in business. So most of the people who are successful in business, and even just working people, there is the word balabasim, right? Balabas, who is balabas? It's Baal of the bias, right? The owner of the house, meaning the working person. So in many yeshivish circles, they are actually it's a little derogatory in some sense, right? Because most likely the person is not learning, is not well versed in Torah. In business, in his profession, yes, but not so much in Torah. Okay, so that's very interesting. So people, usually when people in the shul, they more tend to talk non-stop during the davening. That's unfortunate, right? Okay. So, but they are very successful in business. However, if one will carefully follow the fortunes of such individual, he will discover, so meaning that the people, they abandon the Torah on one hand, and make a lot of money on the other hand, right? So, but he will discover that many instances, circumstances beyond their control, cause them to lose significant amounts of hard-earned money. So they work, and then something happened. Circumstances beyond their control, they have, flood. This flood that nobody predicted. He was not insured. It was extra, so much money. It was not worth it. What is it? In a place there are no floods, there is no water. The next river, it's 40 miles away. Why do you need flood, right? It was rain and flooded. That's it. So insurance did not cover it for flood. They gave him cheaper quotes because in this area, according to all of the prognosis, they was not supposed to flood. Guess what, right? And he would lose a significant amount of the hard-earned money. This may be heaven's way of taking away that which rightfully belongs to someone else, right? So it's very interesting, right? So that's possible, one of the possibilities. So people ask why. So one of the possibilities, Hashem is taking from them what they actually stole during their business career. Okay, one who accumulates wealth, but not with justice, meaning he cheated somebody, misled somebody. In half of his days, it forsake him. Meaning that prophets say that he's going to lose this money, right? And he's going to lose this money, and he's going to be punished on top of it. So it's not such a bright idea to be a thief and crook, right? Anyway, a person is going to lose their money, and or even if he's not going to lose the money, he would not derive any pleasure from this money. Okay, so meaning he has the money, but he's all the diseases. He cannot eat. He cannot go to the bathroom. He has the heart issues. All of these things. Right? Okay, he has a lot of money, but he can all he can do sit in a chair, right? Or it may be the person's accumulated some of the wealth during the time that was not his own, right? So or he, instead of learning Torah, He ran to work. He ran for a business opportunity, even though they told him any job from 9 to 5 that it's like technically enough to pay his bills or her bills should be enough. So don't go and build this career working 16 hours a day, right? Be a normal person. So they decided not to. They decided to build career. So it's like stolen money. Instead of learning Torah, they do this. Like somebody asked me, it's not just recently. They asked me, is it okay to learn at 9 p.m.? So the whole learning at 9 p.m. And person is working. So I told like 3 times or 4 times or 7 times to this person, of the years you have to learn in the morning, like when you have a fresh brain. So a person is not that young. Like it's not like 18 years old kid like who can sleep just a little. So I mean, but by the end of the time, like the day, like 8, like 9. 1 second. 1 second. Sorry. Okay. So I apologize. So by that time, the brain is not working. I mean, if you were like learning the whole day and not 9 p.m., 8 p.m., it's nothing, right? But it's the only learning at 9 p.m. It's you're going to fall asleep. Just count till 10. Okay, so meaning the same with this person is what? That instead of learning Torah, he went into business and spent all the hours. So these hours is actually stolen from the Torah time, okay, or other mitzvahs, right? And it is true, he's busy, he's working, right? It is true. And Nassan, Avos the Rabbi Nassan, 29:2 states, whoever disrupts himself from the studying of the words of Torah will have disruption cast his way with which will interfere with his daily affairs. For example, a lion or leopard or armed bandits may come, surround his property, and exact retribution from him. As it is written, there is indeed God who judges in the land. Tehillim 58:12. So let's see the Avos the Rabbi Nassan. So again, whoever disrupts his studying of the himself from the study of the words of the Torah. So meaning the person was like he established himself like a class or something, like a learning session, half an hour, 15 minutes, 45 minutes in the morning, right? But he then he forfeited, right? Whoever disrupts himself from the study of the Torah, or he answers a cell phone or something, right, will have disruption cast his way, right, which will interfere with his daily affairs. Right, so Medah Keneget Medah, Hashem is going to send me also destruction. Or that's what's secondary, because if it would be primary, right, it would be primary, you would not be late. If it would be like so important to you to attend this class, you would not do all of these things, right? For example, a lion or leopard or armed bandits may come, surround his property, and exact retribution from him, right? So I mean, today, tax collectors and all of these government fees. Okay, there is indeed a God who judges in the land. Okay, so I mean to show us there is nothing happens just by chance. Okay, continue. The above punishment is a measure for measure, because the person neglected the obligation to study Torah and instead stained to amass material wealth. Therefore, circumstance will force him to turn his attention away from the endeavor in which he was wrongfully chosen to toil. If we only understood what it says here, right? So one more time. The above punishment is a measure for measure, meaning that he's going to lose this money. Why? Because the person neglects the obligation to study Torah. So the main obligation why we came here to study Torah, right, to observe the mitzvahs, and instead the strain to amass material wealth. So he abandoned Torah, went to amass material wealth. Therefore, circumstance will force him to turn his attention away. So he could not like turn his attention away from this amassing of the wealth. So Hashem is going to find something, right? Suddenly nothing mattered. Okay. The sages state if a person sees affliction come upon him, he should examine his ways. if he examines them and they're not lacking, he should attribute this suffering to the disruption of the Torah study. Brachas 5a. So it's very, very powerful statement, very famous, right? So our sages say, if you have some affliction, if you have something bad going on, like in our lives, right? So we should examine our ways, right? And so a person who should think, like, what this punishment that I'm going through, like, what is it connected to? So as I said many times in my life, it was so simple. Like if you were just honest with yourself and you analyze your life, it's so clear. I mean, I have issues in my life. It was like, it took me, I don't know, like few hours. I knew what is exactly I was doing wrong, and it was very simple, like very, very simple, right? But if a person, for example, he or she examined their life, and let's say such a great tzaddik did not find anything wrong, is it possible? I don't know, maybe, right? So then you have to attribute it to lack of the Torah study. That's it. Okay. Not lack, apologize, disruption of the Torah study. So did not study as he was planning to. In conclusion, the world and its fullness belongs to Holy One, blessed be He. He fashioned all creations for His honor, as it is written, all that is called by my name and for my honor have I created. Sorry. Yeshayahu 43:7. Therefore, one who seeks a life of fulfillment and tranquility should heed David's call, trust in Hashem and do good. Okay, one more time, and we're going to explain. In conclusion, the words that the world and the fullness belongs to Holy One, blessed be He. So everything in this world belongs to Hashem. So a person who is think that if I'm going to study more and do more mitzvahs, and because of this I'm going to be lacking, my family is going to starve, he or she is a simple heretic, right? Cannot be. We said in Berchas Amazon that I was young and I was old, and I see, like, how does it go, like a young lion searching for food, but a righteous person never lacks, never. Now Hashem is going to provide, and maybe it's not going to be right away, but on time that you're never going to starve to death. You understand? And you're going to have a place to live. Right. So that's what we have to do. Like we have in the front of our mind, not in the back, but in the front of our mind, always. And when we have that idea that Hashem is running the world and He's responsible for anything, and we don't have to do the calculations. For example, I'm in a situation that I'm trying to help. I mean, the situation as we saw it, like it's chances to succeed were tiny, and we understood, and with all of the additional information that were given to us, the chances is even less until the news came. Right, the one fact that we did not know, were not aware of. So somebody told us, and now everything is so bright. I mean, it's still going to go bad. It's going to be decided this Friday with somebody very, very close to me. But there is the chance. Hashem, He's unlimited. Without puny minds, we're trying to calculate His ability, like what He can do, what He cannot do. Just stop it. So I said to that person, you must promise tzedakah. Person was reluctant. I said, I'm going to promise tzedakah. So I said, if this goes is going to result in a positive way, I'm going to do it. You do whatever you want. It's your business. I promise for you. It's very interesting. So we continue praying. Hashem has unlimited amount of ways. He fashioned all of the creations for His honor. Creations for His honor, as it is written, all that I call by my name, for my honor I have created. So Hashem created the whole world, right, for His honor, and He said, I don't need your little help to send you money. I can send you like You're going to be, I don't know, like street cleaner. I'm going to send you the money. Don't worry. Therefore, one who seeks a life of fulfillment and tranquility should heed David, right? And who says, David's call, trust in Hashem and do good. Okay. And Hashem is going to fulfill. Okay. Okay. Any questions on what we said?
Rabbi?
Yes. Okay.
So is it okay if, because of issues related to work or the like, we postpone the time we're supposed to study Torah and we do it later on if we're kind of forced to do it, or
I mean,
would that be ideal?
If it would be like one second, if it is expected of us like during the work hours and some other people depend on us, and so of course we're not allowed to count on a miracle, but to work like extra days, like overtime. I mean, 1 time, 2 times there is no problem, but some people they work overtime. There is no such a thing for them overtime. It's like 12 hours is normal day. You understand? That's too much. So we have to go like as much as possible according to nature. So nature is normal hours, so whatever is it. For example, in my company, at one point, I asked them, can they work less hours? I agree for less pay. You know what they told me? No, we don't have such a position. I think some company they do have like part-time. But in my company, they say a minimum is 35 hours if you want to be an employee, unless you're contract. And they were not looking for contractors. That's it. So 35, not 40, 35. Nobody work 35 hours. Everybody will work more, but minimum 35 hours plus, I guess, lunch they gave. I don't know, 45 minutes for lunch or whatever is it. Understand? But so nobody's forcing anybody to stay over. So, but there are some people who stay like 15 hours or more. Like, I don't know, you come. I was coming for a morning support, like 7 by 8 o'clock or 7:30. I don't remember. No, by 8. So before I would be there 7:30, and there were like people like working like full speed. Like I don't know, maybe for 2 hours by that time. You understand? So nobody forced them, but they decided. I never heard that somebody was forcing somebody to work. I mean, they sometimes the boss would pressure somebody, like maybe 1 time, 2 times, but not always. But people would do it voluntarily because they would be afraid to lose their jobs. Fortunately, and they guess what they lost their jobs. The most people, like the most productive people, like I saw. Like genius people, they were fired. Don't ask me why. Okay. What else?
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.
So in the case of someone that doesn't have like a steady schedule, for example, myself, I work from home. I do my stuff, but sometimes I'm told like, hey, you got to be at 7 o'clock shooting this video, taking these pictures, 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then I have to kind of skip
6:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
7 o'clock or something like that. So I was thinking, so in this case, would it be okay to postpone the
No, in this case, you can postpone, but because you're going to do it after you come. Like you come home at 12 or something. So you can start it for 12, from 12 to whatever time. You understand? That's not a problem. We're talking about a person like interrupt and forget to add. Like I would burn from the shame this thing would happen to me. What's going on? Some people come late. So the place where I pray, they if you snooze, you lose. You have to be on top of your game. Like you're the whole prayer, the whole prayer Shachar is prayer 35 minutes. 45 minutes. So you understand? So and some people come in these 35 minutes. Some people come 15 minutes late, 10-15 minutes late. Guess what? And they finish together with everybody, and they leave first. How is it possible? How is it possible? Like, how is it possible to live first or with everybody else, right? At least they should stay over if they skip some parts, like it says in Shulchan Aruch, you have to stay over. There is some parts of Psuki de Zimra that you skipped, some parts of Karbonos you skip. Okay, well, what could you do? So in order to start Shema together, Shmona Esrei together with the Minyan, we understand. But to live on time, so do it after. It's proper. Or you finished praying, you do whatever pieces, whatever you missed. But people just get up, dress up, and leave. It's beyond me. Understand that would be wrong. But if a person came late, for example, anything can happen. Right? People slept, did not feel well, kids, this, that, million things. Right? One time, two times, or whatever. But stay over and finish whatever you missed. That would be proper. But not cancel completely. Okay. What else?
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.
There's a question on the board. It says, Shalom Kulav, I wonder how does this apply to women? Since women have no obligation for Torah study as men, if a woman disrupts her Torah study session, would she be punished?
No, she would not be punished, but it's proper to before starting the learning session to have in mind, or even one time make this stipulation that I might get interrupted. So for example, in the morning class, I was expecting a very important call from I usually postpone, but some people you cannot tell them what to do completely, and I needed that call for whatever reason. So I told people I apologize before the class started. I said I apologize, but I might get a call. So no offense, but I would need to take it. But it would take. I'll make it short because this person whatever. So it's going to take me I switched to another line, maybe 1-2 minutes. That's it. I'm going to ask to call him back because otherwise it's like some people are like wild cannon, like they in a position of authority, whatever. But they're not you cannot negotiate with them. You understand? But okay, that's the thing. So women they're not obligated to study Torah on one hand, but they must know, right? And one book that I was looking over. So that's actually we got permission from Rabbi Reuven Shlita, and a few people already asked me. I got permission 3 years ago, just so you know. So I never had an opportunity, never had I don't know whatever I did not have, but somebody asked me. So I was reviewing this book, introduction. It's actually the laws of family purity, very important topic, and it says that men are relying on women, and women just go by hearsay, whatever she heard from rabbits, and basically nobody knows what to do, and it's like a landmine. You can lose everything, not just it's going to be it's going to splash with spring water in your face. No, you're going to explode chorus, and you would not even know to do teshuvah. You understand? So, women do not learn because they would say whatever, right? They went to a color class for 7 classes. They were giggling all the ways, right? So one lady sent me text, not a message, and she said, "I love your classes because you don't do jokes." I said, "I try to do jokes, but they're just minimum, right?" Because she said she cannot stand all of these rabbits and they give class too much socializing, no actual content, 5 minutes Torah out of 45 minutes class or a 1 hour class. Understand? So women must know these laws. Unless the husband are going to learn, they must know all of it. I mean, right? Even if husband learns, they also must know this. And kashrus. So many people are so ignorant, and they make fun of it. They know exactly zero about kashrus, exactly zero what to do in the kitchen. And not proud, but they think it's normal. Men who went to yeshiva, the whole system. Understand? So. So women, yeah, they exempt, but they must know. Okay. Plus education, they must teach children, take care of the children. So father is making money, let him make money, all right? and she must tell them the parsha, midrashim, all of the halachas. Or they're going to learn from the mother. So yeah, is she obligated? No, but on what level she must be? She must be on the level of expert. If you ask me, to teach others, you have to be expert, at least like basic things, even kids, right? Okay, what else?
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.